The most important thing we as human beings can do is to raise our consciousness because only we have the capacity to think about our actions and to take complete control of our senses. All the other creatures around us are bound by the laws of nature. To raise our consciousness, we first of all need to be aware of the various conscious levels that are out there and where we stand today. The Sanskrit scriptures divide these consciousness levels into three, starting with Tamoguna being the lowest, followed by Rajoguna in the middle, and then Sattvaguna being the highest. Ignorance is the quality of Tamoguna. If you are at this level, you are full of inertia, forgetfulness, and sleep. If you are in Rajoguna, you are full of passion. You continuously do some kind of activity to be happy. Along with that activity comes the share of happiness and miseries. If you are in Sattvaguna, you have unmatched peace and great skill to do work. You will not even accidentally commit mistakes or hurt others. In our day-to-day life, we keep traveling across these gunas and keep falling back to Tamoguna and Rajoguna. We have to break this loop and rise up to Sattvaguna and stay there. In the book Power versus Force, these three gunas are further classified into multiple levels of consciousness, starting from shame being the lowest, guilt, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, neutrality, acceptance, reason, unconditional love, joy and peace, and finally, enlightenment. To explain these levels further, starting with the level of shame, if you are at a level of shame, you are either preparing to commit suicide or you are a psycho killer. Either way, you hate yourself. Guilty. You cannot forgive yourself for your past actions. Fear. This world is one dangerous place. This fear could be of your boss at work or your spouse at home in an abusive relationship. Watching too much television news can put you at this level. So if you are at a lower level, you can rise up higher by just watching television news, which is full of negation. And if you are at a level higher, you can fall down to the level of fear temporarily if you watch too much television news. Desire or kama, as it is called in Sanskrit, this desire is not for setting goals and achieving them to raise your consciousness. This desire is for money, fame, power, etc. Anger. You end up here usually when your desires are not met. And you have the capacity to take control of your anger and rise up higher, or give up to your anger and fall further down to the levels of fear, guilty, and shame. Pride. This is the first level where you feel great about yourself. But this is not a true feeling because it is coupled with external factors like how others behave with you, etc. Most of the religious fundamentalists who blindly believe in something without experiencing any higher levels are at the level of pride. An attack on their beliefs is considered as an attack on themselves because they are strongly enmeshed in their beliefs. This pride can also be for caste, race, your position at work, your family, pride for yourself, etc. Moving up higher, courage is the first level of true strength. This is where you will stop seeing life as misery or struggle and see it as exciting and challenging. You will take complete responsibility for what you are today instead of blaming others, and you will take actions that will make your tomorrow better. Since you are watching this video, the chances are that you are at least at the level of courage. Neutrality. At this level, you feel that there is nothing to prove to anyone. Just make our point and move on. Most of the self-employed people like me are at least at this level of neutrality. Acceptance. As you become neutral and tend to accept everything, you try to organize your time better to do a lot of things. That is when a powerful shift happens. Things start to work the way you want them to. You will set goals and achieve them no matter what. Whether it is moving to a different location, giving up some unhealthy food, or even switching careers, you have a lot more clarity. Reason: you have complete control on your emotions and you know what your real talents are, and you will put them to use to make some meaningful contributions on this planet. Rising to the highest of levels, unconditional love. This is where you feel compassionate for everything else that is there on this planet. Service is always on your mind. Service that doesn't expect anything in return and which is free of ego. All your work will have a divine touch to it. Personalities who have reached this level are Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa. Joy and peace. Yogis and advanced spiritual leaders are at this level where they are in constant happiness. Their work is purely guided by their intuition. Just being around people like this will make us feel blissful. The highest of levels is enlightenment. This is where our consciousness merges with divinity. Jesus, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi. Just thinking about people who have reached this level will make us feel blissful and raise our consciousness. Now that you know the various levels of consciousness and what they mean, don't just go out and start judging people, including me, using those conscious levels, but thoroughly introspect and see where you are today and what you have to do to raise your conscious levels. When you temporarily experience a higher level, you know where you should be going next. Everything that surrounds us has an impact on our conscious levels. That is, the movies we watch, the books we read, the people we mingle with, the kind of food we eat, everything impacts our consciousness. So we should take conscious care of what we do and surround ourselves with things that will push us higher and not things that will drag us down. And as we do that, we will get help from unexpected sources. It could be a great book, a personal guru, or a video like this. Unless you are at a level of pride, you should accept that help and rise up higher. This world is one big gymnasium where we all come to make ourselves strong. Swami Vivekananda. So let's make ourselves strong each and every moment.